Hey, Tupaluku, Thomas here, with another episode of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, playing on the Brutal difficulty. Last we left off, we completed the dig, acquiring the third artifact, and after that we got a visitor, Zeratul, who gave us a special magical crystal, an Eon crystal, which contains memories from something. It was very, very insistent that we check them out, so that is what we're going to be doing next. The Protoss missions do not benefit from any of the Terran upgrades, obviously. And they give research, which means that all subsequent missions will be a lot easier. So we'll see. We might do two of them and then the Save Haven mission, so we get rid of Dr. Hansen. Or maybe we'll just do all four of them in one go. I think we will just do all four of them in one go. So you'll be getting a lot of Protoss right now. But, hopefully you'll enjoy.
Raynor, the hounds of the void are closing in. I impart my memory, my very essence, into this Eon crystal, so that you will see what I have seen, and that the future may yet have hope.
Very exciting. So we're gonna investigate the Zelnaga shrines on Ulan. See through the memories of Zeratul. So let's jump into that.
Zeratul, what the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Friend Raynor, long has it been since we stood together against the Swarm. Since then, I have wandered the void in solitude, seeking an ancient prophecy, rumored to foretell the return of the Zelnaga. My sojourn led me to a remote world known as Ulan, where I discovered fragments of the prophecy. Yet I was not the first to find them. It falls to you now, old friend, to relive my memories and believe. The Zerg swarm came, as was foretold. And the Protoss, firstborn of the gods, rose to fight them. Now, the Zelnaga that forged us all are returning. What do they come to save? Or to destroy?
I knew you'd find your way here. Eventually.
Your very presence defiles this place, Kerrigan.
Do you hear them, Zeratul? Whispering from the stars. the galaxy will burn with their coming.
But you won't live to see it.
Please. Our petty conflicts mean nothing now. The storm is coming that cannot be stopped. Fitting that we should face oblivion together. Fate cannot be changed. The end comes. And when it finds me, I shall embrace it at last.
The prophecy is uncertain. There is always hope.
So that is actually a cinematic that was released as one of the teasers to StarCraft 2, kind of teasing that the Protoss would be involved, that we would get to see Zeradul again, a very important character from StarCraft 1, especially Brood War. I will say that, I don't know if it was that clear, but Kerrigan kind of has like heals,
I will erase
which
the
doesn't seem
demons of the
very
past.
convenient, especially when the Zerg are supposed to be all about like evolving to become the most efficient they can be.
The prophecy was divided
And then
into
Kerrigan,
fragments,
like,
each
because
kept at
she was
separate
captured as a
shrines.
ghost, so she would
I
be
must
having
gather
like
them
flat
and
souls,
depart
like
this
she'd be having
world quickly.
combat boots, and yet she was evolved to have kind of heelish
This
feet,
chasm is vast.
which would
It
put a
is
bunch of
fortunate
strain.
that
I mean,
can
it's
phase
it's
through
kind
the
of ridiculous,
shadows to the
honestly.
other side.
And the evolved version of Kerrigan from Heart of the Swarm also has heals,
We
which
must
I think is
not
really
hesitate.
dumb. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's supposed to look stylish, but
And Arodin
it kind of clashes with the whole idea of efficiency and functionality. And
Spore crawlers can detect my presence. I should stun them with my void prism.
so Zeradul here gets a bunch of different abilities. We will be using Zeradul this mission, the third mission, and he will be one of the mini heroes in the fourth mission.
service of ire.
I mentioned in, I think, the Nova mission, or maybe the Tosh mission, that the... That was dumb of me.
We must not hesitate.
I think what I'll do
allegiance is
is I'll stun the Ultralisk, kill the Hydralisk,
to the first
kill the
Lord.
Ultralisk.
In the service of ire.
So basically this whole mission will be a bunch of different like challenges, like this one for example. We will have to be a bit methodical with our approach. So there may be some reloading or resaving. Reloading and saving. Saving and reloading.
That spore crawler can detect me from across the chasm. It must be destroyed.
So this will actually take quite a while. But yeah, anyway, I mean... Yeah, the heal thing really bothers me. Okay, so the achievements for this, I believe, are complete in a certain amount of time for the anniversary
That
achievement, maybe?
overseer can see through my cloak. I'd best stun it with my void prism before crossing this chasm.
One of the achievements is to not take any HP damage, I think, to Zeratul. And then another one is we're gonna get some stalkers, is to keep 4 stalkers or 3 stalkers alive at the end of the mission.
The first fragment of the prophecy. Soon all will be made clear.
Why not surrender yourself to oblivion, Zeratul? Wouldn't it be better to end your struggle now than witness the final, agonizing moments of your species?
The foreboding prophecy weighs heavily on my heart. I'd best reach the remaining shrines before she reconsiders letting me live. My allegiance is yours. So much for Kerrigan's reprieve. For Shakuras.
Let's Void Prism, one of the Mutalisks, and then target them down. So Mutalisks, of course, their attacks bounce between enemies.
Exalted One. We are here in the service of High Templar Karas. He is nearby.
Your presence is most welcome. Let us keep moving. Maknul?
So this is kind of the thing. You have to be
destroy their defenses before we proceed.
a bit methodical. So we are, for example, going to save here. Whispers of Doom. Yeah, sure. Let's just call it Whispers of Doom.
You address me?
Stun him.
State thy
For a
bidding.
bit. Wait for them to go away. Come on, come on, leave.
We move unseen.
Ah,
I serve. Cold. I am the voice.
oh well. We'll be given
My
a
burdens
second chance
weigh
soon enough.
heavily.
State thy.
I will be redeemed.
Does Ultralisk move? I'm a bit unsure.
Higher.
You require my skill. We are one.
We're just gonna ignore the Mutalisk right now. Yeah, because we need to take that out. We're gonna come over here.
My allegiance
Just
is
chill for a bit.
yours.
Stun him. Wipe him out.
You require my skills.
I will erase the
State thy.
You address me?
Oh, I think. Oh, oof. There we go. We did not take any damage. I'm gonna do a half-hearted attempt at not taking damage, but it's not gonna be the, I guess, main.
Harudin Rashagal.
Not like a proper attempt.
Honor
We're just gonna take out the Spine Crawler first. Actually, I think he did not have any range of the area, so we could have just shot him down with Stalkers, but
I
is
will
what it is.
erase the demon.
this
That
is tricky.
patrol of brood lords must be dealt with cautiously, or we will be torn asunder.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bait them one by one, and then we are gonna.
Very well. I am the
So,
we are
come here.
one with the shadows.
Hello.
It shall be as you say.
My burdens
And then-
weigh heavily.
Cold is the void.
I think we have enough time to shoot it down. Brew Lord's very dangerous. Yeah, we're good.
I am the heart of darkness.
And then we need to bait in the second one,
Require my skills.
similar fashion. I'm gonna wait till it gets over here, bait it in. Let's just save. So I apologize, but this particular mission is gonna be a lot of saving, because I do not want to have to redo
Intriguing.
sections.
Veraku.
There we go.
Address me?
State thy bidding. I serve.
There we go. Those are the Brood Lords taken care of.
Shozak Maknul.
We're gonna wait for one more Void Prism here. Take this up with the Stalkers.
Glory. I will be redeemed.
And then I believe, honestly, the
My burdens
Overseer will just keep patrolling, so we're just gonna shoot it down.
We are one with the shadows.
Gonna be some Scourge over here. These are actually the equivalent to Banelings.
weigh heavily. address me?
The equivalent banelings in the sky.
Shozak Maknul.
Okay, I think we're good.
I will fulfill.
Oh.
I am the heart of
I will be my burden.
So I think backing up
Prepare for an
here
aerial
is the
attack.
correct thing to
Brace
do.
yourselves, my brethren. Arudi. Shozak Maknul.
I'm just gonna jump him back. I think we're good to go. He does so much damage.
Shozak Maknul.
That wasn't too bad. And we're even given the fifth stalker, so a win-win. Yeah, it keeps doing that where it's not teleporting all the units at once.
Address me.
So this is one of the first hatcheries.
The Queen of Blades built hatcheries here. She seeks to subvert this sacred world.
For Brood Lord,
I
Mutalists,
shall
all
put an
these
end to that plan.
different things.
Weigh
Hmm.
heavily.
So I think doing that is
Acquire
smart.
my skills.
Go!
very
Leave me alone.
wise. We move unseen.
Oh, you're there.
I am the voice.
I
Oh,
will
I
erase
don't have the.
We are one with the shadows.
Ah,
my burden.
not quite what I wanted to happen. Oh,
Oh,
did I take out the overseer? No, of course I didn't.
Honor commands.
Chill for a
I
bit.
am the voice of the eclipse.
Okay, this is better.
It shall be as you acquire my skills.
So we've taken out a
You
Mutalist.
address me.
We have the Brood Lord over there. I kind of want to
My allegiance
stasis
is
it
yours.
because it is
I
a
am
threat.
the heart.
I will erase
Of
the
course it's-
demon.
State thy bid.
You address me.
We are one with the shadows.
Well, the spine crawl over here cannot see anything, so that's good.
Veraku.
We're gonna chill over there.
I will be redeemed.
Yeah, that's very
And
frustrating.
I am the heart of darkness.
I might. Okay, I could have taken out the Mutalisk right now. Well, let's give it a few seconds.
I serve
Up.
for now. Intriguing.
I'll take this out.
Shozak Maknul.
Cold is the void.
Oh, I want this over there.
We are one with the shadows. Very well.
My burden.
I am
And
the
now we can
voice
take
of
it
the
out.
Eclipse.
So yeah, this is unfortunately, this is going to be a long mission, just because of all the different defenses.
Redeemed.
Cold.
I will.
You
You know what?
require my
Go here.
skills.
My burden.
Yeah, I took care of the Mutalist. That's right.
Higher will be restored.
I am the heart of darkness.
I will be redeemed.
And I think we're good to go right now. All safe. I'm taking out these rocks just in case we need to come back up. I don't think we will, but you never know.
Shozak Maknul.
Turtle does a bunch of damage, 100, 125 versus armored. He has a bunch of
I
HP and
will
shields.
fulfill my
On
calling.
lower difficulties, he has 3/3 armor and shield upgrades.
We must not hesitate.
He does not on the brutal difficulty,
The
or
second
maybe even the hard
fragment of the
difficulty.
prophecy. My task is nearly complete.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. I think on normal and casual they have all the upgrades.
You
On hard they
Your
have 2/2, and on brutal they have 1/1. And also the amount of enemies you fight is different.
If you can so easily read my mind, Kerrigan,
Ugh.
you'll see that I'll never give up, so long as hope remains. Careful now. Kerrigan has set guards to bar our way. It could be a trap. We should take them out carefully, one at a time, or risk being overwhelmed.
So we're gonna wait. Actually, we're just gonna gun hell. Yeah, that's fine. I think we can just take this out. With 5 stalkers, I mean, we do quite a bit of damage. It shows you how strong the
I will be redeemed.
no, take that out first.
We are one.
No!
My burden.
Oh, shit.
Voice of the eclipse.
Ooh, just barely.
You require my skills. State thy bidding. I am the voice. You require my skills. State thy
Yeah, we're good to go.
You address me.
I keep saying that a lot. I should try to diversify my sayings.
En Arudin.
Cold is the void. We are one.
Okay,
with
so
the
this
shadows.
next part is a little bit tricky as well.
It shall be.
The banelings spew acid when they die. Stalkers, take them out from a distance.
For the reckoning. I serve. Now. Very wise.
So we're just gonna chill for a bit. Come on, there we go. Oof.
For the reckoning.
That was close.
It shall be as you say. Intriguing.
Oh, I lost a stalker. I'm actually gonna reload real quick. I do not want to lose a stalker, so a misclick lost this one. Not the end of the world, but
I am the voice.
I want it to be perfect. Okay,
The
so quickly
banelings
take this
spew
out.
acid when they die.
Take this out.
Stalkers, take them out from a distance.
So this should.
For the reckoning. I serve. Now. Very wise.
Okay. And they're way slower off creep, fortunately.
Unseen.
We might have to jump one more
Very
time.
well.
Actually, we can just go here.
Intriguing. Very
And we're good to go. And once again, I said it.
thy bidding.
And we're all fine. We're clear. We're dandy.
I will
Over
be
here is the
redeemed.
second hatchery. So
Shozak Magnum.
this one you
I
have to go
will
past it,
erase
but the
the
others are
demons
kind of
of the
hidden.
past.
Now this also a bit of a challenge.
Shozak Magnum. This
believe.
hatchery must be destroyed if I am to keep the Queen of Blades from subverting this land.
I think that is not supposed to work because there are actually 2 Ultralisks right here.
I will erase
I
the
think-
demons of the past.
See, there we go. Ultralisk. Right there. Beefy boy. 600 HP. Well, let's kill him. Oh, alright. That's fine.
We are one with
We're just gonna do that.
Veraku.
Swipe that out, go there, and then... Oh, I can't... Ah, okay, because I don't have vision of it. I cannot cue a blink over there, I guess.
We must not hesitate. You address me. My burden.
Oh,
Shozak Magnum.
so far we haven't lost anything, and Zeratul has not taken any damage.
I will be spine crawlers. Kill them before they can take root and attack. Fire. Then I am the voice. You address me. I will erase the demon.
I am the heart of dark. Cold is the high
Oof,
Templar
we've been close
Chaos
multiple
nearby.
times taking damage. We may have, but I think we're safe on that front. Once again, this is not an achievement run, not the end of the world, but it's always a little extra fun when you do get the achievements.
I am High Templar Karas. My force tracked the Queen of Blades to this world, yet we know not what she seeks.
Kerrigan and I were both drawn here to uncover an ancient prophecy. With your aid, I pray we can discover it before her.
It is an honor, Great One. Lead on.
So we want to use Zeratul abilities to the max so that these forces' power is maximized. We want to stun the
I've placed the
Ultralisk.
Ultralisk in a void prison. Bring it down, Karas.
Karis has a bunch of zealots.
My allegiance is yours.
Zeratul, can you destroy the airborne Zerg?
Let's put another one in stasis. And then we'll take out the other two first. Oh yeah, you shouldn't be able to see that.
These Nidus worms must be destroyed, or the Zerg reinforcements will overwhelm us.
Stasis ward that.
Zeratul has destroyed their worms. Press on.
So one thing I forgot to mention, I wonder if these get healed up when I get, because our forces are healed up when we head on over there. Huh, wait, we have vision? Oh, we actually have vision here. I thought you had to go up there to acquire vision up here. Maybe that's a bug. I think you have to be up there to get. Anyway, one thing I forgot to mention about the cutscene we saw at the start of this mission is a lot of these units might look a bit abstract. But here we got, in that cutscene, we got to see a bunch of Hydralisks, we got to see Zeratul, we got to see Kerrigan kind of in the flesh. And I don't know, I think that's kind of cool.
Queen of Blades seeks to pervert this world with that hatchery. I must destroy it.
Just mowing through those. Nope.
You address me.
We're gonna wait until those roaches produce. I'm
My
a
allegiance
bit
is
unsure
yours.
if
My burdens weigh. You address
take
me.
them out.
I will erase the demons of the past.
Yeah, I mean we do so much damage. Zeratul is so strong.
I
We're gonna take that out, this out, this out. What you can do actually is you can go here and you'll get vision of the hatchery, and then you can actually shoot it down from the low ground. If you find this part tricky.
It is done.
We've got all the
Of
research.
Kerrigan's hatcheries are destroyed. There is
Oh,
yet
Karis does some
hope for
serious
this world.
damage. This is like a legendary wielder of psionic energies, and yet we know
I
nothing
will
about him in
erase
lore. He's
the
not in
demons
StarCraft
of
1,
the
so
past.
it's just like an OG new character. To be fair, a bunch of Protoss like Arun and all these other
Final
guys
piece of the prophecy.
on the
It
final
speaks of one
Protoss
who
mission of
shall
this campaign
break the
are
cycle
unknown,
of the
so it's
gods.
kind of like just one of many.
Most ominous. But if the Queen of Blades seeks this prophecy, we must keep it from her.
The rest is obscured. What?
See, she has heals. Like, that's ridiculous.
You might peel away the prophecy's layers, Zeratul, but you cannot outrun the Dune.
And this is a design choice from, like, StarCraft 2. Like, the StarCraft 1 is so pixelated that you'd never stop if she had heals or
We
not.
cannot prevail against so
It makes
many.
zero sense. Just from, like, an ergonomic
I will stand
perspective.
against the Queen of Blades while you escape with the fragments.
I will not abandon you.
The prophecy is more important than either of us. Reveal its secrets, Zeratul. The future rests on it.
Your sacrifice will not be forgotten, brother.
I mean, the Protoss are so over the top. And in, like, small segments like
I must get
this,
to the
it's
Void
not
Seeker
that bad.
before the Zerg overwhelm me and the prophecy is lost.
Let's see if this fucks up. Oh, it actually goes well. There we go. Oh, he lost the Stalker. Oh, that sucks. Actually, chill. No, we're gonna go here. Oh, we're gonna lose a second Stalker. And we lost the third Stalker. we're not going to get the achievement. I think I screwed up with the order of things. I think you teleport here, and then you destroy the second rocks to save the stalkers.
I cannot decipher the fragments on my own, yet I know who might interpret them. The preservers of Zakul.
Ooh, the preserves.
If they cannot, I fear this entire universe will burn.
So as I said, the protos are super dramatic, and cheesy, which, oh, where are they? Oh, I think for some reason I'm offline. So if you are offline, you cannot get achievements, which I actually will abuse when I do an achievement run because, well, I'll get into that some other point. But anyway, Protoss are super hammy, and for 12-year-old Thomas, that makes them that made them my favorite race. But by the time Legacy of the Void came out, when I was like, what was I, 16, 17, a full campaign of the hamminess is a bit too much. It's a bit over dramatic, and as you get older, it gets a little bit cringy, I'd say. So you can see we have a bunch of research right now. Let's check out the
Standing around talking to my damn
let's
self.
check out the tanks. So, I've been staring at this anomalous sphere above the crystal. It's obviously an energy emitter, but it has such a strong containment that a crystal can slowly draw power from it via some method I don't understand. That gives me an idea, using our own containment technology. I could modify our SCV manufacturing process to double capacity with no increased risk, I think. Breakthrough. The energy in this crystal is not kept in a vortex pattern. Is not kept in the vortex pattern? Okay. It was wrapping the energy around so fast I couldn't detect it. Isn't it? Is kept in the vortex pattern? In an odd coincidence, the warping slowed just enough for my sensors to pick it up. Not sure how or why. Every time I reach my wit's end with the sample, something happens by chance, and I get a breakthrough. Is it helping me? Clearly, I've been working too many hours. I'm going to lose some credits on Lost Viking. And the Zerg log. The Zerg sample has developed a large neural cortex. I've noticed it reacting to external stimuli, but in very disturbing ways. When it detects my presence, it stops moving. Is it trying to play dead? Can it react at that level? I noticed earlier that Zerg alpha amino acids have unique R groups. I run a full regimen on some. Results are stunning. Zerg aminos are able to combine dead cell matter with normal proteins to biosynthesize new cells. They don't suffer generational cell degradation. Simply put, a Zerg cell will never die of old age. They can constantly renew themselves, albeit with a radically changing cell structure. We could never harness this for biological use with Terrans. The result would be foregone and horrifying. It would be like disgusting mutant monsters. But I wonder if I could alloy Zerg tissue with some of our metals to make the buildings that heal. The renewal process also throws off immense energy as a byproduct. Something there. I should see about harnessing that energy. So that gives us two research options. The Zerg one gives us either cellular reactor, specialist units gain 100 starting energy and 100 maximum energy, or the regenerative biosteel. Ships and vehicles slowly regenerate life, which seems pretty cool, but it's really slow, so it's not that good. I think Giant Grant Games does a no-build I don't think. He did do a no-build mission, where he's not allowed to build any units throughout the entire campaign, and in that case, this is good, but this is way superior. So this is basically like they regenerate. The reactor has a larger energy reserve on startup and can hold a much larger charge. Now our specialist units can use their abilities the moment they hit the battlefield, and they can store more energy when idle for long periods of time. Specialist units are units that use energy, such as the Medic, Ghost, and Wraith. So it's really good, especially with, for example, we did the Wraith mission with the Odin. All the Wraiths would have had 100 more energy when they were produced, and maximum would have been really useful for that mission. If we use ghosts, it'll be useful. We will be getting science vessels, which will actually heal our mechanical units, which makes this upgrade redundant. And in that case, the 100 starting energy combined with the science vessel is actually a much better investment than the regenerative biosteel. So just a tip, if you want to heal your units, get the science vessel and then this. Alright. So this allows 2 SCVs to be trained simultaneously, the command center reactor. We now have the ability to train 2 SCVs simultaneously, allowing our early mineral and Vespene production to ramp up twice as quickly. This breakthrough, made possible by recent insights into Protoss containment fields, should help us get a stronger foothold early in missions. This is actually not all that great. It just means that we can build 2 at the same time. It's fine, but the mule mines so many minerals at the start anyway. And this is just way better, because we'll come to a point where we have a fully saturated base and we just want to build army units, and each one of these will remove 3 SCVs needed to build. So it will quicken the amount of time it takes to build stuff anyway, or to fully saturate our base. And we get Vespene at the start, and we can use more supply for army units. So it's just way better. Refinery no longer requires SCVs to harvest Vespene gas by the automated refinery. We have adapted Protoss warp technology to transport gas canisters straight from the refinery to the command center, eliminating the need for SCVs to carry them back. Why the Protoss have never thought to transport Vespene in this fashion is a mystery. Perhaps they lack Terran creativity and pragmatism, or probably their primitive superstitions forbid the practice. Yeah, that is. You know, why do they not do this? Why don't they just, like, automatically mine minerals from the start anyway, huh? You know, just...
I'm okay, Doc, before you start asking.
You were staring at that Protoss device for a very long time. Are you sure?
Well, now you mention it, I could use a drink. Or 2. Maybe what I saw would make more sense if I was drunk.
What was it, Jim?
An old friend
What
of
was
mine,
it, Jim?
looking for the end of the world.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, he does find some important things, but it's so overdramatic. Oh, the fate of the prophecy.
So these things are still a big mystery, huh?
Actually, I have found something interesting. Whenever you use that Protoss device over there, the artifacts respond by drawing together and expanding their molecular matrices.
A
Cool.
little slower and with shorter words, please.
Well, if you think of them as dry sponges, they draw ambient energy like water. These things try to absorb as much energy as they can.
Are they dangerous?
Not if you're human. If my theories are correct, and you were a Protoss, for instance, they could drain the life right out of you.
Sounds like a really useful weapon. So when are we getting the artifact unit that just, you know, is like a little wheelbarrow that a Marine pushes with these artifacts in them, you know, just zap the life out of every Protoss in the area? Seems like it would be very useful when fighting the Tal'Darim. It's on the news.
We have a very special guest today, Crown Prince Valerian.
Hottie.
Thank you so much for joining us, Highness.
Thank you, Kate. It's wonderful to be here.
Let me get right to the question on everyone's mind. Is there anyone special in your life right now?
Truth be told, Kate, I've had a crush on you for many years.
Stop.
But in all seriousness, with the Zerg invasion, there's little time for such things. I've been studying military tactics under General Warfield, and whatever spare time I have is devoted to statecraft. It's my goal to be the best emperor our people could ask for. When the time comes, of course.
Wonderful. Now I've got 2 of them to worry
Yeah.
about.
Well, I will say, considering, I don't know if you guys watch South Park, but you know, Prince Harry and this whole privacy thing, I don't know, it's just funny. And then you compare it to, like, fictional, I mean, of course, this is a fictional character, but you compare it and night and day. We are actually going to get some mercs. I forgot to get them last time, but we won some siege breakers. Siege breakers, really good. A small but elite unit of ex-Confederate siege tank pilots. They claim they can solve all your problems with one shot from their customized and overcharged cannons. Really good. 33 more HP, which I think is pretty standard, but 66% more damage. Like, these are heavy hitters, and the siege tank already does a bunch of damage, so very strong.
How did you become such good buddies with those freaky Protoss? All I hear is they kill Terrans like you and me on sight.
Some of them would. But some others would fight to the death protecting people like us. I helped them defend their homeworld from the Zerg during the First War. When Kerrigan came back leading the swarm, I helped him out again. They're real big on loyalty.
Damn, Jimmy. Almost sounds like you respect them.
I wouldn't expect you to understand, Tychus.
I mean, the Protoss, I'd say so more so in the they kind of dumbed the Protoss down in the second campaign. In the first campaign, they are a caste system, which is pretty cool, and they're all about honor and tradition, and they live very long lives, and they have their religion and so on and so forth. And then in this one, they kind of become a bit more dramatic, a bit more about, oh, we're gonna fight in glorious combat. Well, we'll see Celendis say that when we do the Save Haven. You know, we'll join each other in glorious combat, which is a bit of a shame because the whole caste system was kind of cool. It's kind of different for fantasy, and they were a bit reduced to the honorable space elves trope. Uh, they do get some development in Legacy of the Void, but I don't know. I feel like in this game, Wings of Liberty, they actually took a step back with the development of the Protoss, and then they did take 2 steps forward in Legacy of the Void. But they could have just taken 3 steps forward, you know, or skipped the step back entirely.
Good to see you, brother. I've been... Wait. I can see it in your eyes. You've seen into the spirit world. The Protoss. He gave you a crystal. And now you've been seeing what he's seen.
That ain't nothing to do with you. Stay out of my head, Tosh.
Have it your way. But you want to tread careful when you go looking into the beyond. If you need me, you know where I'll be.
I think it'd be cool if, like, checking out the crystal had some consequences, or like, you cannot do the crystal missions like twice in a row. Like unless you've done all other Terran missions, like you have to take breaks. And maybe Tosh could like mitigate it or something. Apparently, in original cuts, Raynor was going to be way more of a drunk. He was going to have way more problems with drinking, and there would be like a story arc where he like has to go sober or like overcome that. But that was, I think it didn't do too well with like test audiences, or they thought it was just complicated and they cut it out.
How long was I down in the lab, Matt?
You've been gone for hours, sir. You've been in the lab all that time?
I used the Eon crystal Zeratul gave me. I'd swear it only lasted a few minutes. So vivid. Zeratul's been searching for a Zelnaga prophecy about the end of the universe. There's more. I just haven't got to it yet.
That's another thing as well, is that the Zelnaga are teased in Brood War, especially. They're mentioned a few times, I think, by the Overmind, and then they're teased a bit in Brood War, especially on the secret mission. And I think they're continuously teased here as well in this game, and I think relatively well built up. But I'm never a fan of prophecies, and I do not really like the. But that's more of a personal preference. But I don't really like the prophecy conclusion and the conclusion of the Legacy of the Void. I'm not really a huge fan of it, but it is fun. Younger me had no problem with it. It's just right now I'm a little bit, I guess, cynical. Is that Chatinsky? What's he doing there with the Spectres?
My shift is almost over. Little drinking, little shut-eye, some more drinking, then right back to work.
Seems like a very balanced work-life balance. All right, that's going to be it for this episode of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Thomas from Tupoluco, and next time we'll be doing the next mission of the Zeratul's Memories. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.